everybody? You're listening to another episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to beautiful
What's
people.
going on, beautiful people?
I'm excited. We got a fire guest today in the studio. He is so funny. He does stand-up all around New York City. You know him. He's in the new season of Party Down. He has a podcast, Adulting. Give it up for Jordan Carlos.
Yeah. I'm just going to clap for myself.
Yes! Jordan, I'm so happy you could do this.
Intro. That's a very good intro.
You
Sebastian.
think so?
I really appreciate that. Yeah, I wish I could get that kind of like love and support at home. And I appreciate that.
You want me to have a talk with your family?
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. I mean, wait, are you available? We'll get the Zoom going.
You might be our, second father on the podcast?
Oh, interesting.
We don't have a lot of daddies.
No, we've had a few.
We've had a few daddies?
Yeah, we've had a few.
How many daddies we got on this pod?
I can name at least
Make 'em
two
feel
right
special.
now.
Come on,
I think
Dad.
3 or 4.
3 or 4 dads? You didn't. They didn't lead
right.
with that. They didn't lead with that.
No, they did not lead with that.
Gethard, Ryan Haney, Mike Hannon.
Oh,
Those
there we
3.
go.
Gethard's a dad.
I'm
right,
trying to think of
absolutely,
other people that we've had that are dads.
Not a lot of dads.
Not a lot of
Well,
dads.
you know, famously, Steve Jobs said he wasn't a dad. And look at him, a billionaire.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm
What?
saying? Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and he had children.
Yeah, he had
I
a
don't
child.
know what he was.
Are you kidding me?
No,
He was a
yeah,
horrible
Steve
dad,
Jobs
apparently.
He denied. You
Yeah.
didn't see the movie or anything like that. He
Nah.
denied. He
He's
denied
like,
having a
Apple's
kid.
too important.
Yeah, he's like, Apple's too important. I can't with these kids.
And is
Yeah.
it, who do you pick? Your children or Party Down?
This was the second.
If Party
this is-
Down was as good as the iPhone, would it be more
Oh my
justified? I mean, it might be. Who
God,
knows?
yeah,
it might be better.
It's like the sequel to Sophie's Choice.
Yeah.
No, what a psycho.
No, that is wild
Well, he
behavior, no
did
matter
that.
what.
It's wild behavior. The child's name was Lisa.
Uh-huh.
The computer. So he wouldn't say he had a kid, and then he named a computer Lisa.
Wow, that's some therapist shit. You know, someone could write a book about that.
I'm sure they have.
Oh, you think so?
Well, that
imagine
book
there's a
about him,
lot.
yeah, it's in there. It's definitely in there.
Do you
that
think
book.
someone wrote a book about Steve Jobs?
Pretty sure it's like 1,000
Why would no one
pages.
write a book about Steve? It's like that what's that Gladys Knight song where she's like, if there's ever a reason to write my life story, for whatever reason, that's what she says, for whatever reason there might be. I'm like, because you're Gladys Knight.
Sure.
Like, of course people are going to write about your life story.
Yeah.
Like, well, how do you think? Yes, of course. You can get like multiple books on Steve Jobs. Multiple books. How you want it spice? Like, what's the spice you like? Do you want it from his daughter's point of view, or from his point of view?
I guess I don't care about his point of view. Is that crazy to not care about Steve
Nah,
Jobs?
not at all.
I feel bad. He's dead. I don't want to talk ill of the dead, but fuck him.
Wow, bro. We love Steve Jobs. We love Apple products. We love Apple products. Okay. Wow,
But
this
I
feel
podcast is done, man.
Are
This is crazy.
you an Apple guy?
I mean, look at me. You know, look
Yeah.
at the Warby Parker of it all. You know
do
what I'm
have
saying?
Genius Bar vibes
Yeah.
sometimes. With the beanie, with the
Yeah.
head of hair and a beanie, deceiving gentlemen. I'll tell
Yeah,
you that.
I get really triggered by like Android products.
Why?
I think I'm like you sell drugs or something like that. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No, it's not bad.
And it's good to sell drugs. You know, like the
we love people that sell drugs. At one time, I was a consumer. At one time I went to water parks. At one time I bought drugs.
Sure,
I still
absolutely.
love them both for people.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more a stigma thing for me. When I see that green bubble,
Yeah.
I think that you need like therapy and
Yeah.
you need help and you need to get your life together.
Are you in group chats where there's one person that's causing the green?
Yes.
One person causing the green.
I mean, you just don't use it anymore.
Disrespect.
I mean, you
The
just go.
disrespect.
You got to use a different group chat.
You know who that
Platform.
is?
Disgusting.
That's my fucking brother-in-law.
He's
He's trying to fit in the family. He's got
Wow.
the fucking
Wow.
green.
This is how he takes out his issues.
wow, I didn't think that off
This
ramp
is
would
what-
come up.
My brother-in-law, he comes. He's disrespectful to my whole fucking family with the green.
Wait,
He sees him in person. He's so nice to him.
How dare you bring green into my blue family? Before he came along, we were blue all day.
wow, yes.
He comes along. My sister's busy all the time, and green bubbles.
Green bubbles, right? And you can't. It's just weird incompatibility. It's like a photo he sent that it's an SMS text. It's
Yes.
not. It's like I can't deal with this shit. You know, there's a lot of. I feel like, if he were here, what would you say to him politely?
Polite, I would say that. He knows I'm kidding. He knows I'm joking. And I would say, you ruin our family's group text. How dare you? I would look in his eyes and say that. And he's such a nice man, and he works in computers, and he goes,
He works in computers?
He got a PhD in where your eyes go when you look at a computer screen.
Holy shit.
So he knows better than any of us about what to use. He literally has a PhD in computer science. And I'm like, no. I look at porn. I know phones. I do porn. I do videos.
You do porn?
No, I wish. No, I don't. That was a quick turnaround.
Please don't, because I was reading this article about a porn star who had to get an appendectomy because
What's that's appendicitis.
She had appendicitis because the scene she did, right? I love how they're like, she did a scene.
Yeah.
But the band's, his John Thomas was in there so bad that it's not funny.
It sounds like just really good promo for a video. Is it real, or is it just like, how are we going to sell this video?
That's what this one porn star guy said who's done over 7,000 scenes. So he's like, I felt bad about this one scene because I had her in a position where like she could have died. Because she got not appendicitis, but her appendix burst. And then she had to go to a hospital in Australia, but she was in Australia. Anyway, the point is, it happened. Yeah.
Wow, that's a
big fella. Watch out what you ask for.
This is why I can't do porn.
Yeah. You might burst someone else's appendix
for the safety
with your big old hard cock. That might be happening.
And welcome to Loud About Nothing. You blow backs, I blow organs.
This feels like I'm like, what was it, Homeland, where I'm getting red yarn out, and like every news item that I know of, I'm like, yeah, that reminds me of something.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
No,
yeah, that
please.
was disgusting. It's barely. What is it? It's 12:30, and I'm talking about
12:30.
Porn star Angela White.
Angela White, yes.
Shout out, a warrior
give a
to the
shout
game.
And why am I
Shout
protecting the innocent here? Like, Kieran Lee was.
Kieran Lee.
there
We all know Kieran Lee. Everybody
right
knows
here.
Kieran
Kieran's
Lee.
coming in right now.
But we support sex
You
workers.
said
We love that.
7,000 scenes, yeah. Of course.
for sure. I mean, I've seen some of the work he's done.
Sure.
I don't even.
nice.
I can't picture what he looks like, but I've definitely seen him.
Of course not. But you've seen his name.
Skinny
in
white
the
guy.
credits. Yes.
I know that.
You've seen his name in the credits.
Yeah.
Skinny white guys really have this new rhetoric about them that they have the biggest cocks.
I know.
Have you heard this? Everyone's like, skinny white dudes have the biggest dicks. What is this new fucking...
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Pete Davidson or MGK.
Oh, yeah. And then didn't MGK step down on Megan Fox?
He
I
cheated
know.
on her.
Who does that? Where are you going to find...
Dudes, man. Dudes will cheat no matter what.
What kind of...
If you're MGK, no matter... There's no one. It's gonna be...
It's like...
It's wild.
What else are you gonna need, bud?
I know.
Like
Multiple people. That's what he needs.
Yes,
That's just what it is. One person will never be enough.
At that
for
point,
him.
or so
Apparently.
it's like he needs to be like a buffet. Like everybody needs to share him because he's just too much. He's a skinny man with a giant.
Who knows? Is it true that he has a big dick or not?
It feels like he's a big dinger.
Yeah, but that's
But
what I think. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
This is what I'm saying.
This is
There's
propaganda.
Somebody in the comments let us.
Yeah.
There's just this propaganda.
Which I don't like because that puts a lot
Who
of
would
pressure.
start that?
Yeah.
Skinny, tall, white dudes.
No.
You can tell
I
the
guess
NBA has started selling. Is this the Luka Doncic theory? What is this?
He's not skinny enough. He's too
you're right.
thick.
He's too wide-bodied. Yeah,
We need
you're
someone
right.
that we're worried about that they might be anemic.
Yeah.
You know?
Chet Holmgren.
The only blood they have
if we're
goes to their
talking
cock.
NBA.
Yeah. Him, cousin Greg from Succession.
Greg.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a- Yeah.
Yeah. He's fully loaded. That's why he's such a good actor. You know what I'm
think
saying?
so?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
think big dick, good actor?
I mean,
Confidence.
come on. Paul Newman?
Yeah.
Paul Newman was all dick. You know?
You think so? The salad guy?
No.
The salad guy was all dick? Is that what you're telling me? Is that the dressing I've been having all these years?
Why do you think there's so much dressing? You never tried the blue cheese? I'm just saying.
Yeah, of course.
People still love Paul Newman to this day. I think he's a great actor. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That other one.
The other one. What did he do?
I only know that one too.
Yeah, I only know that one.
Because he
The
started
Color of
Sundays.
Money. Then,
What's the one where he's like
The
a
Hustler?
schemer? Yeah, the Hustler.
The
Yeah,
Hustler.
that's what
Absolutely.
I've
They break his hands. It's terrible. It's terrible.
You ever break a bone?
Yes, and
What'd you do?
I broke my wrist, my left wrist, and I got to tell you, sprains are worse than breaks.
Interesting.
Sprains are worse than breaks. 100%.
Interesting.
How?
100%.
Why are you saying that? So what'd you sprain?
I've sprained my ankle tons of times. Sprained my knee, and it's like ligaments and tendons just take longer than bones to heal. They're like, yeah, I don't want to do it. They're like,
Yeah.
they're like a ShopRite clerk on their smoke break. They just
Sure.
don't like today. They're not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're cranky.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you gotta ask them how are you feeling today? You need a massage?
Yeah, they're temperamental with you.
Yeah.
And your breaks, they go, I'm broken. I will fix myself.
Yes. You get a cast in there. They're gonna do what they're supposed to do. Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. And I swear to God, like I went around for like a week and a half before I went in for an X-ray because I'm tough. I'm built for tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people say dumb. You say tough.
I had the bone splinters going into my bloodstream up to my heart, but I was fine,
Yeah.
Sebastian.
No,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
putting like frozen peas on it and being like, I'm good. But I was raised in Texas, so it's like they're like walk it off. I definitely. You know what? Officially, I've broken my wrist, but like officially, okay.
Sure.
But Jeff Hardy, sorry Jeff, in the 8th grade, definitely broke my elbow playing football.
Oh shit.
And then I was so scared of my mother and what she would, even though I was like I had a broken elbow, because I told her I wouldn't play football that day.
Yeah.
That I just didn't say anything.
So you played?
No, I just I was playing football with my friends.
Yeah, yeah.
This kid he
Oof.
broke my elbow.
And
was
you never went to the
terrified.
doctor?
Yeah, my mother was like raised on a farm in Mississippi. She's scary, and so I couldn't tell the doctor or my
Yeah,
mother.
yeah, yeah.
You were playing
so she was
football.
frightening. Yeah.
Oh,
frightening.
Jesus.
So I was more afraid of my
Yes.
mom than the pain in my elbow, and that shit just healed.
How old were you?
I was probably 13.
Damn.
The shit just healed.
You are tough.
Well, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is tough. Do
No,
you ever
that
feel
is
like
tough.
that? Maybe it didn't
Yeah.
heal right. Like
yeah.
now.
No. Now,
It
okay.
feels
So it's like
100%.
I can feel if it's like if there's gonna be rain or something like that. You
Okay.
can feel like barometric pressure, and then if I do push-ups.
Wow, way to bring out science words.
Yeah. Yes.
Barometric
This
pressure.
is scientific.
All right, I didn't know we were
well,
getting
these are the
nerdy
words I
today.
learned after leaving Texas. There's so much stuff. But
Yeah.
like, if I do push-ups, which is once every 3 months, I know my quarterly taxes are due. So I do that, and then I hear like a pop, and then you can keep going. Then it's like greased, and it's good. It's
Oof.
good. Yeah, I got scars. I had scoliosis when I was a kid.
What's that?
That's
what-
when your back does like pretzel shapes.
Damn. And did you wear a brace?
I did, but I didn't wear. I wear a brace at night.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Thank you. I didn't have the courage to tell it. There was a kid that wore it during the day, and his name was something else.
Not Jeff Hardy.
Not Jeff. I'm trying.
yeah.
His name
New kid.
was Cosmo. And
Cosmo.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a common name. A common name.
Cosmo.
Of course.
First and last name.
Yes.
Cosmo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a weird family tradition. The boy had to be named after to keep the family alive. So anyway, he had the day back brace, and he was teased mercilessly. And I remember one time like he got knocked down, and people would be like turtle nurdle because he couldn't get up.
I mean, I feel for him, but hilarious.
I feel for him. But Sebastian also
You
feels for the guy who came
Yeah.
up with Turtle Nurdle.
Also, that's very to see a kid.
What a takedown! You're a turtle, then you're a nerd.
Then a
too?
nerdle.
Like, the turtle nerdle.
Damn.
Like children are like out here claiming souls.
And
So
did you say turtle nurdle?
I did.
You
if
did.
you're asking me if I'd be a fascist conformist, I guess so. Because I guess, yeah, I did. But
And did you go home at night and lie on your back and say,
Yes.
"But I'm the real turtle nerdle"?
and then kids would be like, "Hey man, how come you never invite me over for slumber parties?" I'm like, "Hey, we don't do that. All right, we're too big for that now." So like, I remember this one time it happened though. it was like, it's hot in Texas, it's dusty, right? And he's in the dust, and everybody leaves.
It's interesting. You say dusty. I've never been to Texas, so that
you never been?
No. So this is just like I'm imagining pictures of like just the air thick with like
dust and just like
filter
waves of like heat. You know what I'm saying?
You can see heat in this.
Oh, absolutely. There's scorpions down there. There's a lot. There's a lot in the race to kill you in Texas.
Would you touch
other Texans?
Have you ever touched? Yeah.
The
scariest thing of them all.
Scorpions, Texans.
There's a lot on the kill list.
Wow.
So wait. You're saying have I ever touched a scorpion?
Yeah.
No, never. You don't touch a scorpion.
Never. Do you know someone that's been bit?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, you got to go to the nurse to the hospital right away. Yeah. You don't want to fuck with a scorpion. And the smaller it is, and the clearer it is, the more bad you want to get out of its way. If it's big and brown, you could probably like scoop it, put a glass over it, make it your own.
Sure.
But like if it's white and clear, you just do not. That can kill you, man. That can kill you dead if there's no help around. Wow. Yeah, you don't do that.
Aren't you so happy you live in New York now?
Oh, sure. I mean,
when I grew up, there was not many.
That sounds so terrifying.
Yeah.
There's no deadly animals.
There's no wild dead animal. Like there's rabbits.
You're right.
Rabies, I guess, is the
We
biggest
would have
fear.
You're right.
Squirrels, maybe a garden snake.
Squirrels. Yo,
Like a
the
garden
smaller the
snake.
squirrel,
Yeah,
the
there's
more
nothing.
deadly. The
Yeah.
more nuts they're looking for to bulk
Some
that
birds.
winter.
Bro,
There was nothing deadly like that.
You're right, but I opened my trash one time and I did see a possum in there, and I was
Okay.
like, that fucked me up. I was like, they don't give a fuck either. They just come out. I was like, get out of here! I banged the side of the. You're supposed to leave them alone. They eat roaches. They're good. They're cute. This one was a little gnarly. He came out and I was like banging the trash can, like, get out of here, and he was like, hey. Like that, and then he took off. He's like, "Fuck you!" He didn't even care. He didn't care.
And this was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was complete. It was in Bay Ridge. Complete disrespect. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They got possums out in Bay Ridge.
Oh, they got it all in Bay Ridge, man. They got it. Wait, where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn. I was born like Sunset Park area.
Oh.
And then I moved to Staten Island, and now I'm back here.
Okay. Yes. Well, there's kind of this connection between Staten Island and Bay Ridge because of the bridge. And then also just like we have the same elected officials, all that kind of stuff.
Of course, yes. Bay Ridge is like a
yeah.
part of Staten Island a little bit. In the worst ways. In the worst ways. Let's be
100%,
honest. Let's be honest.
Why do you think it's in the worst ways? Why is it bad?
There's a lot of closed-mindedness that's happening out in Bay Ridge and in Staten Island.
It's true, but you know what I like about it is it's actually it's 50-50.
You think so?
50-50.
I guess Staten Island's worse.
Well,
Staten Island's
gonna be worse.
80-20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 80-20. Like Bay Ridge is 50-50, and I like that. I like one of my favorite neighbors is a Trump guy, but he's like he saved my wife from she got poisoned. He's a former FDNY. He was poisoned, and then there was a small fire in our kitchen. He
Wait,
put it
what
out.
happened with poison?
Yeah.
She just
You
I
can't
don't know.
just breeze past poison. like we're living in medieval
We're talking about how there's
times.
no poison animals in New York, and now she's poisoned.
It was a slight
Yeah,
poisoning.
poison.
It was a slight. I don't know. It was like her makeup. She'd put this
Oh,
makeup on,
wow.
and she had a horrible allergic reaction, and
Oh,
he kept
shit.
her. He kept her awake. He kept her until like the EMTs arrived, and I was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on.
Damn.
So it's like,
Sure.
yeah, it's like that. And then you know what? A lot of people are moving out. You know, a lot of the old school Italians are moving out,
I know.
and thems that stayed are pretty chill. That's what it is.
That's nice. That is nice. They're moving out to Staten Island or to Jersey or
Florida.
Or
Florida, big.
Florida. That is right.
Or as my wife's family calls it, Florida.
That's probably what I call it. Florida. Florida. No, if I say Florida.
I say Florida.
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 This is
It's okay.
a
If
big
you're
segment on the
wasted,
pod
if
where
you're
we
wasted.
just figure out how we talk.
Bro, this is
Florida.
You gotta just put this on.
We
as
did
an IG.
February.
This is a real Florida. Florida.
Shut down the podcast. I have
Yeah.
something to figure out. How the fuck do I speak?
Yeah.
No, I like it. It's a lot of. You know what? No kids have peanut allergies there. It's
Yeah.
they come down the street and they yell. We
Yeah.
have a little nice little house and they yell at it. They're like, "Can Izzy come out and play? Mal, come home!" You know, like that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah, hey, Mal, you hear your friend?" You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, that is
it's,
nice.
It's nice. So it's like, and there's a lot of like, kind of these, big backyards so kids can play. Alleyways that aren't not a lot of traffic, and kids can play back there. It's like
so
it is
nice.
it's great.
I played
It's
in the
great.
street every day.
Yeah. That's
Me
what it
too.
is, man.
Yeah.
Play in the street. You
Yeah.
know,
Most people that live in New York have never been to Bay Ridge.
Of course, and that's the big secret. That's people are like, well, but now and then we're starting to get those kind of like yuppies that are just like, oh, I've heard of that place. I'm like,
You don't want that. Yeah.
it's over, son.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. And then when I take my kids into the city and they see like their minds are blown.
Sure.
They went to Williamsburg and their minds were blown. They'd never seen like a mural, like a colossal mural, like where it's like an ad, but it's on a wall. And
Yeah.
they're like, what is this? Like,
100%.
yeah. So it's nice to kind of like have it's a nice little refuge from the hustle and bustle. You know what I mean?
It
It's
is
like,
nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
I have a big question, and this is a test.
Oh shit.
This is a test. Now, I ease you in. We have a bunch of fucking giggles. Now is when the serious part of the fucking conversation happens.
Let's
See
do
what
it.
this
Let's
is
do
gonna
it.
be.
Let's get loud over nothing, man.
What is your pizza spot?
Oh, that's a great question.
In Bay Ridge, I would say some of the best pizza in New York, especially slice spots. Where are you going?
Good
Well,
Italian
not-
food in Bay
not
Ridge.
good Italian
Yeah,
food.
Great Italian food.
Great
Yeah.
Italian food.
Great, yeah. We got the whole Mediterranean represented.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
I got the Middle East. I've got
Great Middle Eastern food at Bay Ridge.
Absolutely. And you saw me get serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing is bullshitting before I give you the answer, right?
Okay.
I'm just like,
Yeah, what's your spot? We
what's
we
your
did
spot?
a Bay Ridge pizza tour one day, and like COVID-ish.
Nino's is incredible.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
Nino's
Yes.
is good. Nino's is good for the margarita pizza. I also like just for my corner spot my kids love. So I've grown to love it. Rocky and Nikki. Shout out to Rocky and Nikki's.
I've never been.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
haven't been
Yeah.
either.
It's
We
on
gotta
Bay Ridge
go.
Avenue. Yep, on Bay Ridge
Corner
Avenue.
spot underrated.
Yeah,
corner spot
underrated.
will rise into your top 5 rankings, even if it's not the top 5 pizza you ever had, because accessibility to pizza is extremely important.
So important. So important.
Also,
It
all
is.
that matters for a corner spot is turnover.
Oh yeah,
Turnover of pies.
Mm-hmm.
And if the whole neighborhood supports a corner spot, all of a sudden it's a good
It
pizza
will be
spot.
good then. Yes, correct.
Truly, truly. And it's got like a nice place to hang outside, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the young kids, they just want to have a slice.
Yeah.
Whatever, family. It's good. It's good. I like that. I like Vesuvio's as well.
Interesting.
we went there.
We went there fair to moderate, in my opinion.
Ooh.
Fair to moderate.
Martyr.
Fair to moderate.
love Vesuvio's.
What about Bay Ridge
Tag 'em.
pizza?
What about Bay Ridge Pizza?
Oh, we
We're
love
a
Bay Ridge
pizza family. If we're doing Bay Ridge,
Yeah.
this is real. Dude, what about crispy? You like that?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not a regular slice.
Yeah. I mean, it's crispy's okay, but
Sure.
mostly I'm partial to Sicilian, so we have to go all the way. We go all the way out on 86th Street to L&B's.
Oh,
so it's
I
like,
love L&B.
Oh, yeah.
So we go to L&B's a lot.
I do-
We
yeah.
like L&B's a
He
lot.
doesn't like L&B as much.
I think it's fine.
My family.
I think it's overrated.
You think it's
I think L&B
First
is
of all,
overrated.
First of all, you could incriminate me. This podcast is about incriminating.
No,
me.
no, I'm Team L&B. We're Team L&B.
Yeah, Team L&B. We love
great.
L&B. The kids get the ice cream after. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yes.
It's great. We love the
Yes,
horse
the
and
spumoni's
carriage.
great.
You've been there forever. I'm not. Sebastian and I are not associated.
No,
The
same.
views
Hold
and
on, I'm getting a text from
thoughts.
Jordan. You're
Yeah.
right, L&B blows. I fucking hate it too.
Wow.
No, it's over. I think it has so much hype. I
They
think
gunned that
No,
guy down,
it has
bro.
more hype. I guess people that are from
they
New York.
gunned that guy. Let's get
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's why
they
we're.
gunned that dude down
That's why
for
we're
his
looking at the
recipe.
camera.
And this is why they. This is why
I'm not
we
trying to
have
get involved.
speak Nice about L&B, but I am here. I'm here for a short time.
I don't want no trouble. I'm like the only black guy in Bay Ridge, and you're trying to get me in trouble.
You can't be talking about
Trying to get me in
L&B
trouble.
sucks.
Everybody knows me on the block. Okay. I don't know everybody, but everybody knows me. Yes. L&B's the guy got gunned down in his front yard, I think, right?
Yeah.
And it was not because it was like he had $10K on him in cash, something like that. So it was definitely not.
No.
It wasn't a robbery.
No.
It wasn't a robbery.
100%.
No, it was not.
No,
a
it was
robbery.
related to something else.
Yeah,
it was-
It was different.
That's-
Something else was going on.
That
somewhere.
gravy got too good. That
Yeah.
sauce was sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think so. Here's my thoughts on L&B
Yes.
because people shit on me for this and why I think everyone. So I think it is good.
Very
but I
good.
think why people call it the best is because they need to justify the trip to there. They need
Yeah.
to justify that
Yeah.
long trip, and
Yeah.
that's why they say it's the best because they feel like better about their trip, their pilgrimage to L&B. if it's like the best pizza.
I also think that was like a popular Italian neighborhood. Like it's a good. There's a lot of places to sit outside. Like they build a commute. It's like you go on a Saturday, Sunday night when the community would come together. So I think a lot of people have this nostalgia with L&B. Yeah. They move away. Like my grandma, my family's from there, and they would go like 4 or 5 nights a week. They would just walk to L&B with the kids, and it's like a memory.
They went 4 or 5 nights a week?
Yeah, maybe more.
They went more than
in the summer.
You're
yeah,
saying they
what
went
do you
6
do?
nights a week. We're talking here.
Yeah,
they went
they
to
would walk.
L&B
Well, they would go
6
for a
nights
walk.
week.
You didn't like. We would go for you would go for a walk.
This is not reality, bro.
No
one's going to anywhere 6.
You can get ice cream.
No, you go for a walk.
Ice cream.
Yeah, like you.
You know what?
After
You're
dinner,
allowed to go, Sebastian. You're allowed to go.
You can
I feel like
enjoy.
he doesn't want to do it.
I've been. We went.
No, he's been.
Yeah, I've been a bunch.
Yeah.
So here's the question.
Okay.
Parking lot. Do you drive there or do you?
Oh, you park in the street.
You park.
The lot is you're asking for trouble. Somebody's
Yeah.
coming in, you're going out. Yeah, you always drive there. Like, I mean, we got cars, we use them. You know,
Yes.
I love the environment, but I gotta but I gotta pile a whole family in, and it's just like you never know what's gonna happen on the train these days. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do this. And so, you know, we get out. Of course, I like it too. It's such a scene in the summer.
Sure, it is.
It's the summer, yeah.
Oh
like you could walk. Like if you go for a walk in the neighborhood, it's like a town center almost for this very Italian neighborhood.
I agree with that.
So I think the Italians that move away, they're like, oh, you gotta go to the kid.
back
Like
to
I heard about
L&B's.
L&B, but when I was young, because it's like that's where my family's from.
Well, my wife, she's half Jewish and half Irish, and then somehow they're way into Italian stuff. I don't really understand.
I guess the neighborhood. Where's she from?
She's from Park Slope, but not the
Okay.
Park Slope you know. Oh, the
Okay.
Park Slope when everything was like she'll like show me like this was a crack house we used to play in there. It was crazy.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
my friend Angel showed me a gun in here. And I'm like,
I mean,
it was better back then.
It is like she wants to be like, wait, I didn't grow up in this neighborhood.
Yes.
Yeah,
I didn't grow.
yeah.
I grew up in
Yes.
Park Slope. I didn't grow up in Park Slope. You know.
Right, absolutely. She'll be like, my mom was robbed 3 times in front of our house and stuff like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And now the mayor went to the YMCA there. Times have changed.
Yeah.
Oh, they used to live
They
on that
definitely-
block on the 14th Street near the Armory.
Oh,
I mean, that's
wow.
where they still live. Their
Yeah.
dad still lives there. So it's like that. They love being the last of the Mohicans there. Basically, that's their whole thing. And that the neighborhood is crap, and the dad can't believe there's city bikes on the street and all this. All this stuff. They're just upset.
The neighborhood
Yeah.
is. I would say this. Park Slope is kind of annoying.
Oh, it's no. You don't. This you get no. We hate Park Slope.
He's trying to bait you into some more shit.
No. You made me.
Remember when I told you right before the podcast? I go, we cut anything. We are safe. So let's drag every neighborhood in Brooklyn.
Wow.
I actually live in Park Slope. Kind
He
of.
does.
Yeah.
But we try to go out. It's boring.
It's boring.
Yes, that's its whole thing.
There's
That's
no
its
good-
brand. Its brand is boring.
It is.
Yes.
That's its
But it's
brand.
close to like nice stuff. Like in the summer, it's close to the park. It's close to it's like close to nice stuff to walk around.
Absolutely. They should have a sign. It's just like, welcome to Park Slope.
Yeah.
It's close to nice stuff.
It's 6 p.m. though.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of like
It's a wrap,
It's
bro.
fun
It's
until
done.
7ish p.m.
Yeah,
and then it's
yeah.
like, all right,
Even
I gotta
the
go somewhere
food
else.
there is soft.
It's not as good. It's not
soft.
great.
It's the
No.
food. We'll go to that. Remember,
And you would think because it looks like there's gonna
they
be
spend
so many
so
good.
much fucking money on these awnings, and you go inside and they can't even buy the best cheese.
Nah, the
like what's
food's-
happening?
There's a lot of not great food spots.
There's a lot of not great food spots. I mean, my wife will tell you that the best part about what used to be that neighborhood was that the bars, Jackie's Fifth Amendment,
Okay.
Farrell's they would go to when they started accepting ladies in, and like,
So there was a good bar scene at one point.
there was a good. Oh, you didn't know that about Farrell's?
No, yeah, I did not know this.
Yeah, you couldn't be a woman and be in Farrell's. It was against rules. Like you couldn't go in there.
What?
Yeah.
And your wife experienced the change.
Yes, of course. She went to Timbu's. She's like, my wife is like from the movie Kids, basically. But she went to Timbu's, like all these places.
Wow.
And
That's funny.
yeah.
When I saw the movie Kids, I did the thing where I stuck a 40 in my pants.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I thought it was the coolest thing you could do.
Absolutely.
Tuck it into your boots.
Boom.
And, yeah, right down the pants. You know that movie you can't even get online anymore because it's so like explicit and horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally one of the worst movies ever.
Oh yeah,
I've never
and they were
seen
like, but it launched the career of Chloe Sevigny, Rosaria Dawson,
Who's
as
barely
well.
in it.
Yeah, she's barely in it, but they
I
were like,
know.
"Oh, Rosaria Dawson's in this,"
Yeah.
and yeah. So if you haven't seen it, what it basically is a day in the life teenagers, and this guy Larry Clark captured that, and it's cinematically beautiful, and he's a pedophile, and it's like basically
the director.
The director is a pedophile.
Nice.
Straight up.
He's like, I want to make a movie about kids.
Just pedophile made a movie named it Kids.
Yes.
So direct.
It was so
nothing to hide.
But it was so beloved. It was like this
interesting.
guy Harmony Korine wrote it, and it was like a sensation. I remember, and then when I went to New York, I used to intern for Russell Simmons, another canceled man.
Yeah.
We don't. I don't know. Anyway, I interned for him, and then I hung out with those kids, like Harold Hunter, who was like the black kid in it. He was a skateboarder. It was just a weird time in New York. It was the late 90s. It was crazy. It was crazy. So like, while my wife was crushing 40s or whatever on a stoop, then I was doing these. I was kind of hanging out with that scene, that crowd. I remember all of them. Like, never Chloe Savini. I never met her, but the rest of them I met.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I've been in New York way too long.
Yeah, when'd you come to the city?
I started coming in the summertime in the 90s. So like in 97, I started coming. And it was like, that was a wild time to be in New York.
What
Did you have family here?
What made New York City wild in the 90s?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes, I mean, I was 97. I was 7 years old, 8 years old.
Okay.
So like, I would go this. My dad worked in the Lower East Side when I was a kid. So we would go a little bit, but not like.
Okay. What made it crazy? And by the way, I lived in Alphabet City, and they were like, you do not go past Avenue A back then.
Yes, Avenue A. Avenue B was Avenue Blood. Avenue C was Avenue Cut. You've never heard this?
I've never heard the Sesame Street version of this. Brought to you by the letter C.
They go, and Avenue D was Avenue Death.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, you didn't go to Avenue D.
Because it got worse and worse the deeper you went.
It also got darker and darker. People don't even know this about it. I mean, like, not culturally. I'm saying, like the
lights.
Yeah, the lights were dimmer in the 90s. Like, I had a friend that lived in the West Village, right? And it was like, or my friend had a cousin that lived in the West Village, and we went to their townhouse, and there were no lights in the street, and it was like, it was
in the West Village.
Yeah, it was 98. There were no lights on the street. It was like an abandoned part of the city, you know?
Oh wow,
Jesus.
that's wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. So living there was cool, and what made it interesting was while at Fat Farm, I made $5 a day.
Wait, you worked at Fat Farm?
You worked at Fat Farm?
Yeah.
Oh, this is
in the 90s.
In the 90s.
Wow.
And so I would pass out the T-shirts.
Oh shit.
At nightclubs, and then I would get in to nightclubs for free because I was with Russell, and like I had the T-shirts, and then and so that was my parlay into nightlife in New York. So I got to see everything. I would watch him hanging out with he'd hang out with Puff, or I remember helping Fab Five Freddy park his car. Yeah, I felt I felt like what's his name? Like Henry Hill. Like I was helping. I was like these guys are big guys, and I don't know if I want to get into this world of glitz and glamour and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't. But it was like for a summer, it was insane. It was
that is wild.
So yeah.
And how old were you at the time?
Maybe I was 18, 19, at the time.
Like a great age to be exploring different worlds from your own.
God. I remember one time it was I love to draw and doodle, and I had a sketch pad, and I'm in the VIP section. I didn't drink, right? I didn't drink.
Okay.
And then this guy's like, "What you drawing there? Let me see that, young man." And it was Denzel Washington.
Oh wow.
And he grabs my pad, and he's like, "This is very good. I don't do a good Denzel." He's like, "You got talent," like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and you're just drinking with Denzel and watching him get liquored up. I'm like, this is nuts.
That's insane.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Did you meet Biggie?
What was the dude?
No, he was already dead.
No, he was dead?
Yeah, he was dead.
I'm trying to do the math. 90s. When he died, 97?
Yeah.
Yeah, he died in 97. The biggest thing for me was hanging out once or twice with Shoshana Lowenstein. And Shoshana Lowenstein was Jerry Seinfeld's first, his girlfriend.
The one that was 17?
Oh no.
So she was like,
and you were 18.
You guys were the same age. And you're like, I can't believe she's hooking up with this dude more than double our age.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
What happened?
We would just talk. And I was kind of putting together. By the second time, I was like, oh, like Shoshana Lowenstein is kind of not that she's not she's a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's with this guy, and like it was just kind of crazy. I was like, do I have a shot with Shoshana Lowenstein? But I did
Probably.
not at all. I mean, like, come on. It was like
They're the
Jerry
same age.
Seinfeld, you know?
Yeah, but think about the combos they had.
Yeah.
I would. It must have been boring as shit.
Yeah.
She was a kid.
She was like, yeah, totally. Yeah. What do you think they talked about?
I guess like he would make small observations and then like stare to see if she laughed. I mean, Jerry working out bits with his partner must be so annoying.
Yeah.
Because it's not like fun personal stories. It'll be like, Lass. It's weird because it's a hard at the end.
The
It's
ones,
ass.
the Jerry
It's no
Seinfeld.
ass and glass. Never mind. Like Jerry Seinfeld
Yeah.
working out bad bits is the worst.
I know. The jokes that get left on the table for Jerry Seinfeld have to be
Oh
horrible.
It's worse than any other comedian.
Yeah.
Right?
Because the ones that make it are just
We love Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah,
If
we
he
love
needs an
Jerry.
opener and his
We love Jerry. We
multiple
love Jerry.
Long Island engagements,
sure.
let me know.
But I'm sure he's left some bad jokes. Or like there's just not
Of
jokes on the
course,
table.
of course,
Yeah, we all
yeah.
do. But
Yeah. His
Just
is
Jerry
the-
specifically.
yeah. It's like the zen of finding the mundane, right? And
Yes.
then, like, that's
Yeah.
his whole thing. But like,
Pocket?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it just a pocket if there's nothing in it? Is it only a pocket if it's in it? Never mind.
that's so funny. He has a bit about pockets. You
Does
know?
he? Of course
Yeah,
he does.
has a bit.
Imagine this fucking. You're hungover, just sitting there sweating, working off a fucking migraine, and he's going on about pockets? Kill me.
Yeah,
This is why
you
women
definitely had
his
a
age
shot.
wouldn't date him.
Yeah.
Because they were like, he's fucking annoying as shit.
Again, if you're at the MGM Grand, Jerry, and you're doing a residency, just let me know. You know, yeah, I think he had this bit. It was like, he's like, when you're naked and it's like you got a belt on. He's like, I wish when I was naked I had a belt on. And it had pockets, you know? So I'd know what to do with my hands. Because when you're naked, you have no idea what to do with your hands. I don't know why I can do a Seinfeld, but I can't.
That's good. It's good for you think realistic about what impressions people might want.
I've just watched more Seinfeld than Denzel. I haven't watched that much John Q lately. You know? I'm sorry.
So then you were Fat Farm for like a summer. You went back and
Yeah.
forth from Texas, right?
Yes.
And then when did you officially come to the city?
After graduation. So like after I
Where'd you
graduated
go?
college, I went to Brown. And so like after I graduated
Nice.
Brown, just came down from Rhode Island. It was great, man. It was great, but I didn't have a job.
You didn't have a job.
I told my parents I had a job. Didn't have a job.
Wow.
Yeah. So then things got kind
Your
of
mom,
desperate.
you're scared of your mother.
Of course.
That's a through line.
She here? No, she mellowed out.
Yeah.
They could only mellow out. They could
Yeah.
only mellow out.
That's
Yeah.
good.
They were just really afraid. I think in the '90s, you know, you got two young black kids. You're just really afraid, and so that's
Sure.
why they were so like up our ass. Like they just wanted to make sure they're like on my watch. I just want to make sure he makes it to adulthood. So that's why they were up our ass.
That's
If
so
they could have
scary.
just told us
Yeah.
that would have been helpful. But you know that they weren't going to do that. So,
Sure.
but now you know she's mellower, and it's great. And I love you, Mom. I know you're watching. She always.
She loves Loud About Nothing.
Yeah.
She can't stop.
Yes.
One day we were a day late with the episode. She freaked on our ass. She goes, "Life is about consistency."
So I made it to the city.
Uh-huh.
You gotta fake it till you make it. You gotta hustle. You gotta
Yeah.
dance. You know. So it's like, I just
You gotta dance.
You gotta dance. You gotta dance. I mean, I'm always tap dancing. My
Yes.
knees are tired. You know.
This is
Literally.
where you get your sprains from.
It was like
Yeah.
my sprains from absolutely.
It's from all the tap dancing.
Yeah, you just pop that tin
Yeah.
back into place and you keep going. So, fucking A, man. Like, what happened was I'd had a summer internship before that at an ad agency, and I basically was persistent and insistent until this lady gave me a job.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice.
And then 9/11 hit. And it was
Wow.
the perfect timing. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy,
Where
man.
were you in the city for what part of the city?
I was at. I came up on the F train at Broadway Lafayette because you had the. I transferred. I lived off the F line in Carroll Gardens. I
Okay.
can't get away from Italian neighborhoods.
You can't.
So-
Bay Ridge,
Hey,
Gardens. Damn.
I love those guys. They
I
play
love Carroll
bocce
Gardens.
out there.
Yeah, Carroll Gardens.
yeah.
Is
That's
so
different
nice.
than Park Slope.
Yeah.
Because they stayed real. They're still like Park Slope.
They were also never
I know.
a bad neighborhood.
No, I know. Yeah.
Carroll
yeah.
Gardens was always nice.
Carroll Gardens was always nice.
All those by the water, Brooklyn Heights, they've always been nice.
There was this one guy who used to run the neighborhood who would park wherever he wanted to, in front of, like on the sidewalk. But now there's a police station. I used to live behind the police station, and this guy would park on the sidewalk at the police station.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say his name.
We don't need that.
We've created too many enemies.
We can talk shit about Jerry Seinfeld, but not this guy, not the guy who runs Carroll Gardens.
No, that was.
He's more powerful than Jerry
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Absolutely. I was like, that was wild to me. But okay, so I was in Carroll Gardens, and what was I saying? F-Train, and then I go up to my job. I work at an ad agency. And this guy, I'll never forget it. He's like watching the events on a little TV, and I go, he's in his office, and I go, hey, what's going on there? You know, like, and he's like, he closes the door.
What?
And I was like, you trying to keep 9/11 a secret?
Someone was gatekeeping 9/11?
About 0.7 miles away, too. You're mad close to 9/11.
Hey, don't worry
Less
about it.
than a mile away.
Jesus Christ!
You could look outside at that point.
I'll never forget
That's
that.
wild.
No. So I'm sorry. I worked on Madison Avenue. So I was at 41st.
Oh, you weren't at Broadway Lafayette. Okay.
Still.
Yeah,
but come on, New Yorkers are like, if there's a fire, if there's a fire, like you call somebody like, hey man, I saw there's a fire on your block. Yeah. Oh, that was 2 buildings over.
I know. What are you talking about? Yeah, my friend got robbed. That was fine. What do you mean? Leave me alone. Don't check in on me.
If that freight train derailment in Ohio had happened in New York, we'd be like, people would be a block over and just be like, it's over there. Okay?
Yes, I know.
I'm right here. It's over there.
It is funny how quick New Yorkers get pissed when their moms call them, are you okay, Ma? I live on the Upper East Side. That was Upper West Side. Okay? Like, how quick. They're like, don't you know nothing about New York?
It's fine. There's no way the terrorists can come up to 41st Street. But my parents, I was like, that was wild, man. I even I block out some of that day still because I think there was this lady that I was cool with, and I was like, I'm gonna get her out of here. We're probably gonna get married after this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we have this trauma together. We're trauma bonded.
Sure.
That didn't happen. But
trauma bonding doesn't work.
Didn't work. Didn't work. Don't try it.
I'm gonna write that down.
Don't tell frats.
Try it.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of don't tell frats.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I used to live in a frat. I wasn't in a frat, but I used to live in a frat.
Okay.
Wow, you're cool. That is a cool move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it was. They wanted to give me all the benefits, but
without the trauma bonding.
I just remember coming downstairs. They're like, dude, you can use the laundry anytime you want. You don't have to go to like the university laundry. I'm like, thanks, guys. So I go downstairs, and these guys are like piled in a pyramid, but naked. You seen this before?
Nah, I've heard similar things.
And seen guys in a naked pyramid. Nah, I've never seen this before. What do you mean? Have you seen this before? You can't say have you seen this before about naked men doing a pyramid by the dryer.
Hey, you know about this, right?
Hey, you guys, can I switch to laundry for you guys? What do you mean? Have you seen this before, bro?
I don't know, man. I was just trying to get. I was like, I just need to get to the main tag.
Damn.
Then
from then on, they're like, you got to live with us now. You've seen too much.
So what my friend explained to me was, because I was like, it was like, doop 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 doop. Doop, doop, doop.
Yeah.
Reverse.
100%. Walk back up.
I was like, what did I tried to block it out and all this stuff. And I had a buddy, it was in another frat, and I was like, I'm going to tell you something I saw.
Tell me if you did this too.
Yeah. No. And he's like, we don't do that, but I know what that is. It's basically, it's a pyramid. You stack the pledges across maybe like 4. You want a good base.
Good
right.
base.
And then they do like like child's pose, like whatever it is, like a fetal position. And then you put 3 more, 2, and then 1. And then you pour a beer down the asshole of like the top person, just a straight up pour. And then there's a person lying on the floor on the bottom row, right? Like just away from that a little bit with his head up and
the beer
in his ass. Yeah, in his face.
From the ass to the face.
Yeah. So that is
this is why I don't say I've been in a frat.
Yeah.
This is why I publicly can't talk.
Yeah.
Like to that people are doing that. Imagine the guy who thought of that for the first time.
He thought it was
Be like-
amazing.
be like
He went to Brown. He was like, I'm a genius.
Oh yeah, this is Brown.
I'm
I
a
forgot this
genius.
is fucking Ivy League shit. This
He
is
was like-
Ivy League.
Well, yes, it was a perfect pyramid.
Yes.
It was a strong structure, you
Yeah, it
know?
reminds me of Fibonacci sequence. Wow, damn.
Yeah, man, it was weird, but you know, yeah. So I lived there, and then one time, like, it was a certain sport, and they one of the recruits like pissed on my rug, and then like after like he came in the room and he thought it was his room and he pissed on my rug.
Yeah.
And then when I found out about it, I was like, man, this is not good. You guys, you know, whatever.
Sure.
And they were really scared because they got a recruit drunk and they did whatever I wanted. So it was cool.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was the top of the pyramid.
Wow, you were pouring the beer.
Sorry, I just spit.
No, it's all good.
Please, the words are worse than the spit.
So yeah, man, that was
After you stayed, you've been in New York since 9/11. You haven't left.
I'm not leaving because it could happen again. You know?
I'm not leaving. I love it.
9/12.
Nah, yeah, I've been through it all, man. I've been through through 9/11, those two blackouts, the one in 2006, the one in 2013.
Yeah.
Whatever, COVID. Like they can't get rid of me.
Yeah.
No, I love
You
that.
want to stay forever.
Yeah, I want to stay forever. I'm like
Yeah.
a rat. You know what I'm saying? Like I love it here.
Yeah.
And I've gotten the most out of it. I mean, this year I finally I ascended. I broke through to a new level.
What was it?
I'm a landlord now.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, what is
Oh, wow.
this?
I'm a landlord.
Wait.
No,
it is. You don't know how to respond. You better
have my-
you better have my money.
Now this
You
might be
don't
the
have my
first
money.
landlord.
Yeah, wait.
might be
I
the
didn't
first
realize we had
landlord.
the enemy in
Yeah,
the
what the
studio.
fuck's going
is
on?
happening?
No.
Whoa.
I listen. I'm gonna be a
No
generous.
wonder he's protecting
Okay.
Jerry Seinfeld.
dictator.
You're a landlord.
I'm a landlord. I finally have a British title. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Lord
Oh
of-
my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
And you rent out. You have like a place that you just rent out.
I rented out. We got our first tenant. I was really excited about that.
How'd you pick a tenant? Can I ask, like, how'd you go through the
terrible.
process of picking one?
It's terrible. You know. It's
Personality?
No, they just people are interested.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, okay, that guy. That guy seems okay.
Yeah.
You know? And they were like, they really like the place. They want to, you know, because rents now you can negotiate. He's coming in at ask. I'm like, all right, cool. So there was that, and then they showed me everything about this person.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. You know, I remember giving all my information, and they're like, but I didn't think anybody would actually look at it.
Yeah.
And it was like it had he's here on a visa. He's got, like, they showed me how much he made.
Uh-huh.
They showed me, like, where he lived previously. They showed me letters of referral. I was like, I know everything about this man.
Yes.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't want to know this much.
No.
Yeah.
Did you look him up on like online to check out his vibe and stuff?
Yeah, I Googled him a little bit, but
Yeah.
like I was like, I think that he's, you know, he works at an art gallery. It seemed like the guy he'll pass. You know what I'm saying?
He's mature enough. He's not going to be wrecking the place. It seems like he'll pay every month.
No,
That's all you need, right?
That's all you really need. It's not a rose ceremony. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah.
I'm not doing like The Bachelor or some shit. I just need a renter. That's it.
Sure,
You know?
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the rules in the building are nuts, but like, I'm happy to be doing this, and I think, yeah, that now that I'm getting money from New York,
You're happy.
now I see. Now that's the end. Now I can leave.
Now you can you just rent your place. Like how real renters do. They don't even live in New York.
No. It's too. I mean, I'm getting to that point where it's too crazy. I want to know about the cheat codes how you got this place. This place is insane, dude.
Oh, nothing. I just looked. You know what it was? I was at home with my mom and living at my parents' house, and I was just in no rush to leave.
Wow.
So if you're in no rush and you don't rent in the summer,
Yeah.
renting in the summer, like, it's so expensive.
Really?
Yeah,
so,
it's
like,
the worst time.
It's the worst time because it's either college kids are moving in, people with new jobs are moving in.
My God.
It's like a great time to move because people have free time, vacation that they could take to like move, spend time off. So whenever, I know, this is why people do like 10-month leases. Like I moved in October and a lot of places were looking at 10-month leases.
Yeah.
So then it would be like June or July.
Yeah.
So then they could like charge a ton extra.
Oh my God.
For the summer months.
Is that what I'm gonna do?
That is.
Well, you could also then.
Yeah, I'm helping you become more evil.
Like the landlords, they could raise. You could just jack up the price of rent for like a 10-week, because you know that there's going to be a ton of 10-week programs or something. So you could, but don't do this. Don't do any of this. Don't do any of this. Don't do any of this.
No.
This is just
now that I have
this
this
is
information.
a common practice. But no, if you're gonna move, I would say like November, December, January, February are the best months to try to get a deal.
But it's also, think about it. Imagine moving in January and it's
Like Jan
snowing.
1.
Yeah.
Yo, Jan 1, I feel for all those people moving on Jan 1.
Yeah. That's
that has to be the hardest day to move because, I mean,
You just can't celebrate New Year's.
You can't
Eve.
celebrate New Year's.
You're hungover. Sebastian's like,
Why did you do that?
You need to go out, so you're gonna be hungover.
Yeah.
You need to go out.
You need to get
You're
drunk.
not gonna have a little
You're gonna
champagne.
be hungover.
You're not gonna have a little champagne. Wait, do you not drink at all, or do?
No,
you,
I drink. I
you
definitely.
drink?
I drank before I came here.
Oh, nice. I saw you at the bodega hanging out with my guys.
I had a chopped cheese and a 40. I was ready to go.
It's so funny. The guys, there's like a circle of dudes that hang out in the back of the bodega next to me,
nice. Yeah.
and they're so great. It's like they like call me to the back, and they're like, what do you think about the Super Bowl? And we'll do like 5 minutes of chit chat now.
Nice, man. Look at you.
I like to go to a place and become part of the neighborhood.
Yeah, you're like a mayor now. You're like the mayor of the block.
I love it. I walk down the block and they scream Poppy at me. And then someone told me that they call everyone Poppy. And I go, nah, don't do that to me. don't take away my Poppy status. No, don't say that to me. Don't say that, because that means his daughter was working the counter today, and I went because this is how much I hate the environment. I got a plastic cup with ice from the bodega.
To pour your own coffee in.
To pour coffee that I had in the fridge.
Right, couldn't you? Do you have ice? You have ice in your?
I just didn't want to pop it.
You didn't want to pop it?
I didn't want to pop it from.
And he wants a cup.
I like the
something
cup.
about the nice cup.
I like this. Do you hear this noise when you're swishing it around?
Of course. So keep that. You know what? My wife does. She keeps those.
Does she?
That's not a bad
Keep 'em.
idea.
I saw a video that it causes a low T.
To keep it? Or just to have in general?
To drink plastic a bunch, it causes low testosterone. And I'm already, I don't know on your Instagram, but I get ads for either ketamine therapy or testosterone boost.
Oh my God. What do I get? No, I don't get that.
You don't get that.
I get
You
like
can tell my mental state.
no. I get. No, I'm gonna tell you. I get Calm app.
What? Oh, Calm. That's
like,
nice.
They're like, you should probably try the Calm app.
Yeah.
You're like you're wilding out like Yosemite Sam.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
try the Calm app.
You seem like you don't seem that stressed. You get stressed?
I don't. Well,
You seem fun.
There's a raging inferno inside me at all times. There's just a
Angry.
whirling sea. I'm in New York
Yeah.
City.
Yeah, and you have kids. That's
I have
like a
kids.
different level.
Do you know what happened today? Man, I get up at 5 a.m. I work out.
Jesus,
I do my
wow.
meditations, things like that. And I don't ever wear anything that's like, you know, whatever.
Flex.
Yeah. No, I can't. I'm not.
You want to take your shirt off? You're more than welcome.
Take my shirt. I do yoga, so it's
Okay.
not like I'm not like creatine and shit like that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But it's just like I do like arm balances and things like that. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. So if I have to ever get in a yoga fight, this person's fucked. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. You wake up. What made you decide that's the only time you have to work out is at 5 a.m.?
Yeah. 5 a.m. and then maybe like do half an hour, and then you got to get your kids ready for school, right? So it's like make the lunches, make their breakfast. Now this morning I lost my mind because like my kid loves he loves cheesy toast, right?
Which cheesy toast?
It's a piece of bread alone, sourdough. Which first of all you gotta get that from the. We barely have that in Bay Ridge. It's like
really?
a price higher.
You just
than
got
Ruby's.
ciabatta.
Yeah, we just got.
Yeah. Things are slowly coming down.
Down the pipe, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like so. Anyway, he wants that, and you broil it because it's like in a pan. You add olive oil,
Yes.
a little salt, and then I get it out, or whatever. I take a quick shower. I make both their breakfasts. I make my daughter like toast with peanut butter. I think that's what she wants. I come downstairs. I said the usual. The usual.
What's the usual?
I'm like, what the fuck is usual? She's like, applesauce, Dad? No butter? This is peanut butter. What am I supposed to do with this? That's what she said.
Wow.
She's 10. I said, that's it. I snapped my cap. I was like, that's it. I'm not making your breakfast for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
said
I was
life.
like, yeah.
Threw life down. You're throwing around life threats. We're not doing this for life.
Yeah. We're done. We're done. You're 4th grade. We're done. Okay?
Wow. And this is right after you centered yourself.
Yeah. This is like right after. Of course, they can just make you just inflame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The edible hadn't kicked in. It was like, it was.
Do you enjoy weed?
Of course. What do you think I'm going through life in New York with a family and a comedy career, stone cold sober? Are you out of your fucking mind?
And you know what? Weed is the best way to do it too.
Absolutely.
Like drinking,
Absolutely.
you don't have control. A little
no.
weed just is a calm.
Oh, so calm. You know, like sometimes I put my hand on the horn and I just take it off. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
wow.
I'm good. Like, so I'll do like.
Because you're stoned and you don't want to call
stoned, I
attention
don't
to
wanna
yourself.
Yeah.
If a cop pulls you over, you don't want to be.
You go,
wait a second. I don't need to be the center of attention right now.
Not me. Dude, I had to do, before I came over here, I had family day at the school, right? And
Oh, wow. You had a whole day.
Absolutely. We got 2 kids, right? So it's like they're in the same school, so we got to share some time with one and then another. And like,
wow.
You're going upstairs, downstairs. You're talking to the teacher about, their grades, their improvements, the sight words and everything. Like, you think you want to be like completely just like basic and normal for this? No, you need some
family
filters.
day at the school.
Need some filters on that shit.
You need some smiling. You need to be a little low key.
Bro, I was in it, man. And kids are fun when you're high. You know,
Sure.
so like I was like, my kid was showing me like the Haudenosaunee like longhouse, like the Iroquois longhouse, right? They're making in class.
Nice.
And I'm in it, bro. I'm like, oh, look at that shit. These folks, they got, man, we did them dirty. Tell me about the Haudenosaunee.
Yeah, you start like getting excited. You have questions.
Absolutely. I had questions. It's inquiry. It's fun. You're being curious, and like that can be closed off a little bit if I'm like sober. So
Sure.
basically, I'd say, I do this podcast, Adulting. My hack is like I have lots of hacks. One is just like
Sure.
I love that.
I just
Yeah,
say
we
it.
need a hack.
You
a hack.
can't talk
We need hacks.
hours a week.
Absolutely, you gotta be at
Years.
least if you got 2 kids, you gotta be on at least 4.5 milligrams, like if not daily.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you need to be on a
Okay.
nice 4.5.
What are other hacks you have?
Other hacks.
of
I'll
being
tell you one
adults?
about. I asked you about Valentine's Day. I was like, "What was Valentine's Day?" Valentine's Day for me was, bro. It was a butterboard. It was amazing because I take my wife not to Valentine's dinner. That's for amateurs. That's for amateurs. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
This podcast should be called "You're Doing It Wrong." I take her to brunch. You take her to brunch. Ain't nobody there.
Yeah.
Nobody's there, right?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I got these hours, and she's worked from home, so it's like it's easy. So we did that. Wifey was happy.
Romantic brunch.
Dude.
That is nice.
It's
And
hard
you
to
know what? The
argue in the
prices,
middle of
yeah.
the day.
It is hard to argue in the middle of the day.
I feel
yeah.
like arguments happen at night more than like it's over a cup of coffee.
Yeah, with a woman from Brooklyn, arguments can pop off at any time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've argued in the day, man.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Anytime. If things are going a little too nice, she's like, this is a little
Anything.
too nice. She always resents other. I love her. It's like
Yes.
it's one of the
I can
quirks
feel
of it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like it's one of the quirks about her is she resents other people's happiness. That's like a New York thing.
Oh, that is a New York
Oh
thing.
my God. Like
Yeah.
she sees people kissing, it's like, oh fuck you, gross. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
resents that. I remember last summer we're in Tribeca. This guy pulls up in like one of those Lamborghinis that's got like a reflective wrap, like a mirror wrap.
Wow.
And she goes, rental to the guy like that.
And it was.
100%.
He felt so embarrassed.
Yeah, she's like, admit it, say it. He's like, okay, fine.
Oh,
Like that.
She stopped
made him say it out loud.
Wait, what were you going to? She just had to
I don't know,
stop.
we're
it.
going to Bubby's or whatever it was.
She's like, hold on, I got business to handle.
Yeah.
Wow. It's one of those like
Yeah.
they have those Lamborghini rentals you can do by the hour too.
Absolutely. Yeah, from
Right.
classic Manhattan classic cars.
Yeah. Wow. You've done it?
No, I Googled it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I Google?
yeah,
I would
yeah.
never do that. What I Google is those you could do a hot tub tour around
Oh, come on.
around like Lower Manhattan.
That's kind of fun, except for the staph infection you possibly get
I
from.
love staff. Give me MRSA, babe.
As
I'm
someone,
speaking kids' language now.
as someone that's had MRSA, do not.
I've had MRSA.
You've had MRSA?
Yeah.
MRSA bros.
Oop. We're close. Yeah, I had to go. I had a whole antibiotic shit, and so now if I get pimples, I'm always like, "What's gonna happen?"
Is it MRSA? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it not MRSA? I feel like mine was like, oh my god, it happened in the winter, and it just was like this bump that wouldn't go away. Right?
Yeah. I had like a bunch.
Do you know MRSA?
No, I don't know MRSA at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can
sucks.
kill you. It's a pimple that can kill you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why when
And what do you do? Take shots?
I had to go through a whole antibiotic treatment, steroids, yada yada.
Oh, wow.
And then I had ringworm also, so then I got mad. I have bad skin shit.
Oh no!
My skin it gets
Sebastian,
fucked.
no.
This was during COVID. I had ringworm.
Oh god, not ringworm.
Ringworm.
Bro, were you hiking? What was going on?
No, I got it from an animal, which sucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little squirrel.
Yeah.
One of those little. The smaller, the
Deadly
worse.
squirrel.
Tiny squirrel. You couldn't see it. You saw
Okay.
right through it. So I said, "Come in my bed. You're cute
Scorpion
as shit."
squirrel. Yeah.
Opaque. Is that the word?
Opaque.
I used to
I don't think so.
opaque.
No, it's not opaque. It's not-
Words are free.
You're right. It's translucent.
Opaque. I used to go out to Bay Ridge because they have some chain restaurants out there. Some of the few
Pizzeria,
places
yep.
in Brooklyn that
Yep.
still do chain restaurants.
Absolutely.
We lost a good one out here.
No, we have.
I can't
Which
look
one
at
did
you
we
right
lose?
We lost the Applebee's on Flatbush, and it hurt me.
now. Oh.
We still have one less than a mile.
America.
There's another Applebee's less than a mile away from that one.
I know, but it hurts.
It does hurt.
Yeah.
That one was iconic. I feel
Iconic.
like.
Iconic.
Bro.
So problematic. So,
it was
yeah,
iconic, but it was problems. There was like
Always.
yes, it was always a thing. The food was bad, but I liked it.
Yeah, there's a lot of dysfunction. You know what I mean? But we love that in Brooklyn. Like I love that the new airport, like LaGuardia. You know how like they redid it?
I
Yeah,
haven't
it's mad.
been
been?
since they done that.
It's really nice.
Oh my
You went
god.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Guess what though? Same people working there.
Really?
So
Yeah,
it's like-
yeah.
So they got this
Yeah.
fountain, but still everyone's mad annoyed.
I mean, yeah.
That fountain.
I can't imagine working
so
for the
mad
airline
at you.
industry in the past 3
Yeah.
years
No,
and not
yeah.
having a positive attitude
Yeah,
about
yeah.
life.
Oh,
It's
no.
a gorgeous cathedral, and people are just like, put all your shit in the box. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Take his shoes off. Take her shoes off.
And it's just like the fountain's changing colors
Yes.
behind you.
Yes.
Wow.
That's what I do love that about New York, that it just stays with the same bad attitude. It's amazing. I love that. And then like, we got Pizzeria Uno. We've got,
The
I think,
Outback.
a Domino's. Yeah, we got Outback. And then also,
The Outback.
we have a Stewart's.
Oh, wow,
Wait,
Stuart.
What's that?
You know Stewart's ice cream?
Yes.
Okay, if
And
you
the
go
root beer.
upstate. Yeah, root beer.
Yeah, I know. Wait, there's one in Brooklyn now?
Dude, it's been there for like at least 10 years. It's at 5th and 86th.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that
Let's
either.
go!
All right, podcast is over.
You joke. I
day.
love a Stews.
What is yes, of course.
They
Yes,
yeah.
great.
Prices are impeccable.
Yes.
The only place I've ever had a breakfast pizza was a Stews. Yeah, the only place I've ever had a little pizza.
I never called it stews. I didn't know that was the slang.
What do you call it?
There's no time.
Stewart's.
There's no
There's
time.
no time.
There's no time.
There's
You're
no
not
time
going to
to-
Stews
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of luxury.
Yeah.
You go. We got to hit Stews.
I think you go there. I mean, an upstate New York kind of day is you go there, you go to Price Chopper.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, you've been to Malta, New York.
Oh.
Right outside. There is Malta's got the best price shopper you've ever seen. 17 Stews. It's a Stews headquarters is in
Yeah.
Malta, New York. You're talking to a Stews man. I know about the Stews headquarters. One
Oh,
time
wow.
I drove past the Stews headquarters,
God.
corporate, Stews corporate, Malta, New York. And there was one guy. You brought this up. You had no idea what you opened. I am so excited. I have to cancel my wait.
Yeah.
Minesweep. I didn't know that it was the one popped up.
You have no idea. Oh,
Please,
God.
you're in Malta.
So I'm in Malta. I'm driving past the Stews headquarters. I go, wait, what was that? There was one person outside picketing Stews.
Oh,
They
shit.
were on
What'd they do?
strike, but it was just one person. And I drove back to look at the sign, but the font was too small and we were on a highway.
Oh, man.
And I remember just being
tried.
like, I tried. I want to be like, how can I make Stews better? But it
Yeah.
was just one person being like, I'm protesting Stews.
But the question is, how can you make it better? It can't be made better.
Can't.
It's too
The
good.
ice cream
Yeah.
is really good,
really good.
for like a low quality place.
Absolutely.
For an absolute shithole. They
It's
have
so good in the root beer float.
Yeah, they have.
It doesn't need to be great. It just needs to be existing in the root beer float.
And they do their own. I love how like 7-Eleven's mad fucking soft when it comes to like making their own products. You know, like making their own drinks. Stu's doesn't care. Stu's they'll also do it with the like, you know, back in the day with the lunch, not with like the milk containers, but there was a thing that like you would have to peel off the top, the old like milk that you get at lunch. That's how they package all their shit, and it like it's nostalgic.
Wow.
It's like you have to pull a tab and wrap it around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with their chocolate milks and things
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
I remember that. Yeah. Oh, dude, take me back.
I know.
Wow. Yeah, it is a bit of nostalgia, which is what I do like about it. But when I'm in a Stewart's, I always note that my wife is like, let's eat this out by the car. Like she doesn't ever. Yeah, it's pretty grim in there.
You can't sit by the tables.
Yeah.
Unless you have over $200 in scratch-offs. It's illegal to sit at those tables. No food allowed. Scratch-offs
You cannot
only.
be sitting at a table and not scratching off a lottery ticket.
It's a
If
scratch.
you're not scratching, you gotta go.
Your dreams have to be broken.
so
You
good.
have to be scratching
so
shit
good.
off.
Yeah.
You can't bring an ice cream to that table. Kid, grow up. It doesn't matter how old you are. You're a child to that person. They are broken. They worked in the steel industry. In the middle of Brooklyn, somehow they're complaining about coal.
All right. What's your flavor? What's your fixins?
Here's the thing. You're not going to like it. I'm mint chocolate chip, chocolate ice cream. Chocolate sprinkles.
Chocolate's. It's not bad.
No, yeah. You know what?
It's a lot of chocolate.
Yeah, I like that. It's also good because ice cream's coming after dessert. I want my mouth to feel fresh for a little bit afterwards.
But why not have chocolate sprinkles with just mint and no? Because you're already with chocolate.
Oh, I love chocolate sprinkles.
I
I,
like
could put them on
chocolate
chocolate ice cream. I could put chocolate sprinkles on anything.
You
Yeah,
know
like-
what? I tried to shame you, but I realized I like chocolate chip cookie dough with chocolate sprinkles.
What are we talking
Yeah.
here?
I'm sorry.
Chocolate chip cookie dough is good. Wow.
Chocolate chip cookie dough it's kind of like it's really you get the salty with the sweet,
Yeah.
and then you can also get salmonella.
Yes, from the
risk.
cookie dough.
It's 2 for 1.
From the cookie dough.
You
man.
can get the MRSA back again. It's
Oh,
great.
I can't. I've never met anyone else who had MRSA.
Yeah, Mercy me. It's
I know,
it's like
scary.
yeah,
My mom freaked.
yeah.
I got it in college.
You got it in college?
Yeah.
I got it during COVID, which was great.
Wow.
And then did you go to the dermatologist and they
Yeah.
They
I went
did
to
what they had to do?
Yeah, it was a whole situation.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
damn.
This is
You guys won't even
this is where
speak
goes
about
all-
it.
Yeah.
You guys are like you had to do the unspeakable.
It's a whole situation.
process.
It was
All right.
it's a very Dr. Pimple Popper experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it
It's
turns
painful.
It turns into like this big Krakatoa kind of like volcano, and then they identify it. They're like they have to identify it.
Yep. They have to take a sample or whatever, a culture, I believe. they
Culture,
call it.
yeah, absolutely.
culture.
Take a culture, and then they let you know. They're like, you have MRSA, and then like, we need to work on this right away because if it gets to your bloodstream, you can
Oh,
go,
wow.
yeah, you can go septic and die.
Yeah, that's where you get. And people die from
wow.
like having waste in their blood all the time.
Ugh.
It's like a common way to die.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
I love how this podcast just went.
Damn.
So you really lived in New York for everything. 9/11, the blackouts, MRSA.
Everything that we've been alive for that's of note.
I
You've
swam in
also
the
been
East River.
here.
I swam in the East
Did
River.
you?
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
No way.
What do you mean absolutely? What? This isn't an absolutely statement. Why'd you swim in the East River?
Damn.
I swam in the East River for a job. For a job.
Okay.
And it's my fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Well, clearly,
You
I mean,
jumped
the
in,
choice.
bro.
But
need the
no,
money.
I wrote it. I wrote that, but it could have been worse. So in the story, in this show I was on, Everything's Trash, I wrote on it, and I was like, well, what if he's like this? My character's like a politician. I'm like, well, what if the politician, he's like all about the environment and he wants to clean up the Gowanus Canal, and like at a campaign stop he falls in, right? And then and they're like, they love that, because that was right when those 2 dolphins. Went in,
of course,
and then just died.
Yeah, because of how
Disgusting it is.
Yeah.
They got trapped in the Gowanus Canal.
How do you get trapped in there? It's you're dolphins. You're the smartest animals
They were thrown
in the water. Like, yeah.
I bet you there was so
couldn't
much
see anything,
noises.
or
It was so murky.
Right. Plus, you got the F and the G going over like this.
Yeah.
They don't know,
1,000%.
they get mixed up, right?
Yeah,
they
yeah,
get mixed
yeah.
up. They don't know their way around. Anyway, so I said, have them do that, and then they're like, well, okay. So then they're like, the Gowanus is a super fun site, and we're not going to do that. And I was like, okay, cool. So we'll maybe like a tank in a studio.
Sure.
And they're like, no, we'll just have you fall into the East River, which I did.
But you're in plain clothes, not a wetsuit.
I had a wetsuit underneath.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
But
you
it's
have
in
to.
plain clothes. But the currents are so strong. The tide is like because it's a tidal river.
Yeah.
So it's just pushing you. It pushes you all the way up to West Point.
Ooh.
So like you're just like battling. It's crazy. And then I saw. It was good. Everything went well.
Was it mad cold?
It was pretty cold. It was pretty chilly. But there were like 3 divers around me, so it was fine. It was crazy in that way.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, but the worst part was just like I saw like a family, like a school of condoms, like blobbing by.
Wow.
And it was just all this shit was coming out of a pipe in Red Hook.
God, yes.
And they're like, we have to shoot it right by where the pipe is just shooting shit at you into the water. Tampons, all that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
that's horrible.
Wow.
But the worst,
and you wrote
yeah.
this.
So what's going into the
funny.
East River? Like how? What is this
lot
pipe?
Of, lot of
like,
tampons. A lot of tampons.
Like how? Like that's. So
I don't know.
weird.
It's just
How do we stop
through the
this?
storm drains? So the
Yeah,
storm drains.
that's what it is.
Like the storm drains come and then they shoot it into the river.
It's not through like the sewage system.
All right.
Yeah.
So stop throwing your condoms and your spent tampons.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow.
Oof.
Well,
Yeah.
God bless. I'm not surprised you have MRSA. You live,
Yeah,
you live a free life.
Look, I mean, all I have is night vision and lockjaw now, but I'm fine.
Yes. Wow.
I'm fine. No, it was worth it. It was a good gig.
It's good footage.
Good footage.
Good footage. Do it for the real.
Do it for the content.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what was the name of the pizza spot that we have to go again? I want to
You
make
got to
sure.
go to Rocky and Nikki's.
Rocky and Nikki's.
That's
Okay,
a corner
cool.
spot, though. You might get a little upset by that.
No, I'm not.
Did we go to Nino's that
I
night, or have you just been?
I think I've been, but we should go because Brigitte, I think, loves Nino's
Oh,
too.
yeah.
You ever been to Fireflies?
No.
No.
Fireflies is like, it's the only kind of hip place that we have there.
What
is
it's
it?
like a
It's
bar?
pizza?
Or?
It's a bar, it's pizza, but it's actually really good. It's really, really good.
Uh-huh.
Old school brick oven Italian pies. And,
Oh, wow.
But it was owned by, they're not hipsters. They were punk.
Yeah.
These guys were from Bay Ridge. They were punk artists that just like, they came back to the neighborhood and opened up a joint. And it's really just, you can bring the whole family there. It's great.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
I'll bring the whole family. Robbie,
Fireflies.
That's you.
Yeah.
Fireflies, Nino's, Rocky, and
Yeah, Rocky and Nikki's.
Nikki's.
We do a tour.
You felt the type of way about Vesuvio?
Yeah, it could have been an off night.
it was
Yeah.
it was too
was
fancy
fine.
for what it
Wow.
was. I think.
This is our first fight.
If I'm thinking of the right spot, it's
Yeah.
fancy for what it was. Also, it lives up to
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
name. That's the
It's a
restaurant in
big name.
Sopranos.
I know,
Yeah.
it's Vesuvio's, the
Vesu-
Sopranos.
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
expecting
So-
when you watch The Sopranos, you're like,
I
that is
know.
the best Italian food ever made.
I was cutting Italian promos in
Vesuvio's.
front of it.
Yeah, like it has to be a 9.5 out of 10 if it's called Vesuvio's. If it doesn't live up to that, then it's like,
Then what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? There's
And,
also Gino's is good. Gino's is good.
yeah, we went to Gino's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gino's is nice. And then I like their pastas more. But if you want a little cross cultural,
Okay.
you go to Tannerine. Tannerines, you got that's the Middle Eastern.
Uh-huh.
Like it's so good. It has a what do you call them? A Michelin star.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Robbie, you absorbed all that information?
We like Bay Ridge. We like Bay Ridge.
We like Bay Ridge. We want
Yeah.
fun
We
more
love it.
spots. I'm so happy that you could tell us that. This is beautiful, Jordan. I'm so happy that you were able to come and do this.
Sebastian, I'm glad we could make it happen. I'm sorry about last week.
Please.
And,
Who
Oh, no,
cares?
we don't care.
No, who cares at all?
I care.
No, that's
Well, thank
true.
you for saying that.
Because my rep is on the fucking line. You know what I'm saying?
What the-
My reputation is on the line, and that's what it is. And by the way, you are so funny in Rat Scraps, bro.
Thank you so much.
Please tell the people where else they can find you.
No, you do that. Who cares? The people know where they can find me. You tell the people where they can find you. These people love me.
I'm such a shithead. All right. You can find me on Adulting wherever podcasts are sold.
Yes.
And then you can find me, let's see. You can find me on The Realer Jordan Carlos on Instagram. And I usually do shows at Union Hall in Brooklyn, New York. Always a good time working on my hour. It's called Are You Still Doing Stand-Up, Jordan? Because that's what people ask me all the time. And the answer is yes, but I don't know why because I have what's called a career. So that's what it is.
It's true.
What it is.
It
You
is
work.
true.
You don't need to be doing stand, but you love comedy. I love that.
I can't
so
help
much.
it. I can't help it.
You're so funny, Jordan. I'm
Thanks,
so
man.
happy that you came here. Robbie, what do you want to talk
What
about?
do I want to plug? This which is coming out in March. Oh, what do we want to plug? We have a show March 17th. Caveat. New York is phenomenal. Please come out to that. Keep listening to this podcast and sharing the clips with everyone. Watch the YouTube. I don't know. Buy a beanie if it's cold still.
If it's cold still, grab a beanie.
This is not the beanie.
That's not the beanie. And we appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. All right, Robbie, hit the fucking music.